the anthems, and we'll be right back with Puck Drop. All right, a great presentation inside the Sandlon Arena to get things started. We're going to go quickly through our standings. Obviously, Team Harvey's has had a dominant performance, and they've got a lot of pressure on their back in this game. I think this is the closely matched up game, but obviously nobody's going to catch them in the standings before the championship, but a big game on the line for Team Adidas to keep Scotiabank at bay.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Team Harvey's dropping in that first test of the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour and hasn't given up many points since. They've gone to overtime twice after that first regulation loss, but since then they've just been on an absolute heater. And Team Adidas, as you mentioned, Izzy, they're looking to kind of bridge that, keep that gap growing between them and the very close Team Scotiabank, pulling up behind them in third place. And of course, Team Sonnet having difficulty finding wins this season, but statistically keeping in the game. So it's still anybody's matchup, as they say on the Family Feud, and the Secret Dream Gap Tour with a few stops ahead of us to see how those points will roll out.
Well, we know what Team Adidas needs to do, but what does Team Harvey's need to do to keep their momentum? This is going to be a tough game. This is a closely matched team to them. They've got a lot of pressure on their back, even more pressure that it's Jesse Eldridge's hometown game.
Well, I think if you're Team Adidas, you're looking to get bodies in front of the goaltender's eyes, in front of Genevieve Lacasse. If she can see it, she's going to make a great first save. And Team Harvey's needs to keep people out of the house. Make sure you clear those lanes so she can see the puck and make the easy save.
Goaltenders for you today. Number 31 in net for Team Harvey's. That's Genevieve Lacasse.
Jen Lacasse with a .939 save percentage, a 1.99 goals against average so far on the season. This is her 5th start on the tour.
And at the other end, Team Adidas' Erin Frankel making her 4th start.
Young Erin Frankel, the rookie in the PWHPA, first time out of college. It's her 4th start, as you mentioned, a .919 save percentage with a .235 goals against average. So some low numbers here on the goals against and some high save percentages at both ends.
All right, we're underway in Barrie. And Team Adidas, Kayla Vespa had a breakout game yesterday, a goal and an assist. She gets the puck in deep. Skamura picks up the loose puck below the goal line. We'll move it forward to Sophia Shaver. Shaver spins and sends it in behind Frankel. Rattray will get there first. Leaves it for Skimmer, and that's taken away by Sarah Nurse. Nurse to DiGirolamo. D-to-D pass with Dunn. Back through the middle. And here comes Nurse and Kessel with Saunier. They can't get a shot off. They'll try to go back door to Nurse. Back to DiGirolamo at the point. DiGirolamo runs into some trouble as Rattray is forcing her at the blue line. They'll have to regroup in behind Frankel. Poznikov quick on the forecheck. DiGirolamo gets the puck over to Dunn. Now Donovan, long pass to Willoughby. Scored the insurance goal yesterday, the 4-0 victory against Team Sonnet for Team Adidas. Nice move in behind the net by Potomac as she tries to center a pass to Donovan, and that shot will be covered up by Lacasse.
We talked about the silky mitts of Sarah Potomac yesterday, and there she is again behind the net with a nifty little move around the Harvey's defender. Able to get out front, but they're going to need a little bit more than that on Geneviève Lacasse if they want to solve her today.
Geneviève Lacasse wearing the all-orange getup, and I love the look. It's a great thing with our sponsors this year. The goaltenders also being included in the getup, so a few of the goaltenders getting the same with Anne-Renée Desbiens, looking sharp in their Harvey's colors.
Yeah, I love how this Team Harvey's has really leaned into the Burger Bunch mentality, and you saw them in the warm-ups with their orange hats, and just love that they kind of take on the identity of this amazing sponsor that we've been lucky enough to bring on the last couple of years.
Rougeau trying to move the puck up to Emily Clark. Can't clear the zone. Curlette now back to the point for Mickelson. Mickelson with a shot. Rebound to Lacasse. Now Curlette in the corner. Rougeau has her pinned to the boards. Give time for Harvey's to clear the zone. Now Clark over the red line sends it in deep. They'll want to change. Quick pass up intended to Vespa, but stopped by Harmon at the blue line. Krzyzaniak over to Mickelson. Couple additions to the rosters today as some of our athletes have full-time jobs or are full-time in school, so didn't make yesterday's game. Ailey Krzyzaniak, one of them, arriving for today's game, and you'll get to see Milady Daou later on for Team Scotiabank as well.
Yeah, of course, as you mentioned, Izzy, Krzyzaniak finishing her medical degree, so perhaps her Friday was a little busy for the trip out to Ontario. She's studying at the University of Calgary currently.
Long pass from Laura Stacey, intended for Vespa, goes the distance, but they'll avoid the icing call as Vespa's speed beats everybody to the puck. Now Rattray at the hash marks. Finds Skimura. Haley Skimura, 2-on-1. Waits, and a nice play by Larocque as she stops that pass. Now below the goal line. Fast, trying to get around two Harvey's players. Shaver's there with Skimura. Skimura now back to the point for Channel. Down low for Shaver. Shaver still hanging on to it at the blue line. Channel's gonna head down below the goal line to try and help out. It's taken away by Sarah Nurse. We got a good look at her family in attendance today. Hamilton, Ontario native. Here's a chance for Saunier, slap shot. Misses the net. Now Saunier back to Nurse. She takes a quick shot. That one goes wide. Rattray at the hash mark, trying to clear it out. She had Poulain at the far blue line. She'll hang on to it and clear it in deep as Poulain will head on for the chase. Done. Quick pass intended for Saunier, stopped by Rougeau. Kessel will pick up the loose puck in the neutral zone. Send things in behind Lacasse. Now Lacasse intercepted as right beside the net was Donovan. It clears the crease. DiGirolamo comes down from the blue line. Sends the puck over to the far side. Rougeau with pressure from Donovan. Finds Fortino, but taken away quickly by Saunier. Now Willoughby on the chase. Fortino trying to clear the puck. She'll find Clark. Clark, nice move to get around Potomac. Centering pass for Poulain, taken away by Dunn. Clark gets it back. Dunn, though, quickly over to DiGirolamo, and they'll break out with Potomac on the far side. Steckline picks up the loose puck below the goal line. Larson, quick over to Harmon. Now tipped in by Poznikov. Poznikov trying to return the pass to Larson, but it's taken away quickly by Dossler. Now to the far side. Harmon off the blue line, putting pressure on Krasaniak. She'll get the puck back at the goal line. Returns it to Poznikov, who sends it to the point to Lee Steckline. Steckline to Harmon, her shot. Blocker saved by Frankel, it's loose. Picked up by Stacy as Willoughby. She'll clear at the distance, and we're gonna get our first icing call against Team Adidas.
And of course on this Secret Dream Gap Tour, our game times and locations kind of vary by tour stop. And so I think what we're seeing here is a little bit of both of these teams just trying to kind of find their footing. You know, Team Adidas is averaging 34 shots a game and Team Harvey's 33. So a little bit uncharacteristic to see only two shots apiece at each end, but the players are finding their footing, and I'm sure the best is yet to come.
Tough one for Adidas too. They played the evening game last night in Niagara, a 4-0 win over Team Sonnet. And Team Harvey's getting the morning game yesterday at 11 a.m. So as mentioned, maybe some tired legs here for a 1 p.m. start. The players staying out of town though, so up early this morning and on the bus.
Yeah, for this tour stop, the decision was made to kind of stay near their airport where all the players were flying into or driving into, and that's the players' home for the weekend, and making the day trips out to each of these amazing OHL cities. We've been so lucky. Peterborough was a fantastic host to kick off the OHL Showcase stop, and yesterday at Niagara with a all-time high in attendance, over 4,300 people, and it was quite the electric crowd to watch that game and be a part of. So we want to send our thanks to the Peterborough Petes and the Niagara Ice Dogs.
And I'm sure as soon as Jessie Eldridge, if she could pot one in for us, this crowd would go wild. There she is now with the puck in the slot. It's blocked in front by Fast. Vespa trying to move the puck to O'Neill. She lost her stick in the process. And it'll be cleared down the ice by Adidas, but no icing call coming. Fortino to Rougeau. Up to Rountree. She gets put into the boards by Mickelson. Larocque. Bank pass to Kessel and a bank pass to Nurse. Nurse gets run in by the referee. Almost clothesline there. Now Krasaniak finds Nurse at the blue line. They can't connect at the far blue line as Nurse runs into Rattray. Shaver picks up the loose puck at the blue line. Skamura now back to Steckline. Steckline will take a shot looking for a tip. It's put into the corner by Frankel. Nurse into the boards by Skamura, and a penalty coming. Maybe an awkward angle for the referee there as Nurse was falling to the ground. I don't think Skamura really helped her with that.
And I think, you know, the players were towing the line there. I mean, it was a very physical shift. We saw a couple open ice bumps, I'll call them. Not enough for a call, but I think that the stripes were on heightened awareness, and we'll see here on the play along the boards as Skamura just gives Sarah Nurse a little help going into the glass there, and she'll sit for 2 or less. A great opportunity for here for Team Adidas.
Maybe enough of a push. At 2 minutes for Haley Skamura, and the #1 PK in the Secret Dream Gap Tour is Team Harvey. So we'll see if Team Adidas can figure them out. Amanda Kessel to Ponomac. To Sonia on the far side. Sonia with speed, can't get around Rougeau. She'll get help by Nurse. Puck pops out to Fortino. She'll send it down the ice as Frankel settles things down behind her net. Now Jinsey Dunn. To Ponomac. Now to Nurse on the far side. Nurse coming into the zone with speed, finds Ponomac in the slot. Back to Kessel. Kessel to Dunn at the point. 4 forwards on this power play today for Adidas. The pass to Dunn, though, just misses. And they'll have to regroup in their own zone. And changing. Harvey's yelling for too many women on the ice, but O'Neill and Larocque, both smart, stayed on the bench, so there are only 4 of them out there. Now LaRock keeps things alive at the blue line. Long pass intended for O'Neill. Harmon picks that up. Good pressure by Laura Stacey. Puck pops out. Dunn will find O'Neill. They'll regroup quickly with LaRock on the near side. Now to Stacey. And they're offside, a problem we saw yesterday with Team Adidas.
And Laura Stacey with such incredible foot speed that she sometimes tends to get herself in these situations. She's just excited to get across that blue line. And you want to just tighten up that gray zone. Either, be on the same page that you're a no-pass blue line or that you're going to skate it over, chip it in behind the Harvey's D. But they got to iron that out because, as we saw yesterday, cost Team Adidas a couple times on the odd man rush.
They win the draw. They have 20 seconds remaining on the Skimura penalty. Now Clark trying to clear it out. She's got 3 Adidas players watching her, as you can hear. Frankel letting her team know that Skimura is coming out of the box. And Steckline has the puck. And close, they tried to get Skimura, but stopped at the blue line. Vespa was in front, couldn't connect with the pass. Now Fast. Down from the blue line. Stripped away by Clark. She's on the back check now, but has Poulin. Poulin avoids the offside call, but can't get a handle on the puck. LaRock will send it in deep. Adidas will get their top line back on the ice. So no harm, no foul. And the number 1 PK continues to dominate. Short-handed. Channel tries to find Shaver. Now Rattray off the bench, rims it around to the far side. Perfect pass to Jillian Saunier of Team Adidas. Saunier trying to move it to Kessel. Kessel leaves it for Dunn at the point. Dunn's got a lot of room. She takes the shot. That's blocked by Greco in front. Now Nurse. Down low to Kessel. Trying to return the pass. Saunier got a stick on it, but couldn't connect with Nurse in the slot. Now Shaver. Up to Rattray. She loses her stick from a back-checking Kessel, and now Saunier sends it in deep. How many whistles today? Rougeau.
We've seen this the last few tour stops, Izzy. They want to keep you working, so players just keep the play moving for us.
Just good pace. Testing to see if my voice will survive the 4 games in two cities, or 2 days in 4 cities. Little rest. Here's Mickelson now. Talked about Mickelson. She's had a good weekend so far. And an amazing story for young women and also mothers continuing to play professional sports and with the national program, winning the World Championship after a full knee reconstruction surgery. Took her out of the Olympics. But good to see Megan Mickelson back. I'm sure her 2 young ones at home are watching.
I spoke with some of the players, and the PWHPA has been lucky enough to attend anti-racism sessions led by Courtney Cito. And in yesterday's assignment, the players were tasked with designing what their perfect day at the rink would look like, and Megan Mickelson offered that a little daycare or child support may not hurt.
There's a pending penalty coming to Team Harvey's. I believe it's going to be Savannah Harmon for hooking, as Vespa had a lot of speed coming in.
Of course, as the odd person advantage is getting sorted out here, the TV timeout will be delayed a moment, I believe. That's a double IHF rule that we follow here at the PWHPA to keep the rules consistent for our athletes when they train at the World Championships, the Olympics.
Here's a chance in front. Saunier and Nurse connect. Lacasse makes a nice save. Now Kessel picks up the loose puck in Team Adidas zone. They'll have to regroup with their power play breakout. Poulin, though, causing some trouble, is hard on the forecheck. Connect with Nurse on the near side. Almost splits the D, gets around Fortino. And now moves it back to Kessel. Kessel back to Dunn. Dunn now to Kessel. Kessel has rooms, trying to go back door for Potomac. And Harvey's is going to clear it out. 1:15 remaining on the power play. Kessel trying to get back in quickly with Nurse. She's offside, so they'll have to regroup. Now Laura Stacey with speed on the near side. No help though, as the second unit is just coming on the ice. She leaves it for O'Neill. Vespa now trying to set things up on the far side. Back to Larocque at the point. To Fast. Renata Fast with patience. Finds Larocque, her shot. Good screen in front by Stacey, but can't get it behind Lacasse. Here's another chance for Larocque. Moves it to O'Neill along the wall. Backhand attempt, she still has it. Looks for the wraparound, it's in! Kristen O'Neill, her second of the weekend. And she's got the first goal for Team Adidas on the power play.
And this is all about poise by this power play unit on Team Adidas. It started with their first unit that was out, maintaining possession in the zone, making sure that those passes were on. Their first power play, we saw some missed passes, some miscommunication. A great fake from Jocelyn Larocque. Swings over to Laura Stacey on the side, who finds O'Neill. And O'Neill just is able to wrap that rebound around on Geneviève Lacasse, who I'm sure was thinking that she was going to go out in front to the player there, but Kristen O'Neill putting herself back on the point board. She had won in yesterday's game as well, and as I said at the beginning, this Team Adidas just spreading the scoring out makes them such a lethal team to play against.
The Oakville, Ontario native with her second of the weekend. Had a goal and an assist in yesterday's win. And a good start for Team Adidas against the top-ranked Harvey's team, but here comes Harvey's right back. Curio with a chance in the slot. Can't reach the net. Krasaniak now behind Frankel with patience as Richards is forechecking. Now Gribbins trying to connect with Willoughby. She gets hit. Now Poulain back the other way. Tries to get around Dunn. Will delay back to the point. Good stick by Gribbins as that gets poked away. A back check by Marie-Philippe Poulain is one of my favorite things to see in person.
And you just know there's so many young eyes on Marie-Philippe Poulain. And those little habits, I hope they take as much note of as they do her breakaway highlight reel goals.
The second she loses the puck, she is stop and start. And you better be moving your feet quick if you think you can get away from her. Here's Kessel trying to make that pass over to Nurse. Here it is, Sean Lacasse with the save. And we'll finally get a quick break from the intense action here at the Sandlot Arena. You're watching the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tours, the OHL Showcase. We'll be right back after this.
Bum, 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 bum. 20 bucks. 20 bucks. We're on the line for 20 bucks.
Hello, I'm Jim Deeks, host of Canada Files. I hope you'll join me each week for interesting and informative discussions with some of Canada's most impressive people.
All right, welcome back. We're going to take another look at this goal on the power play from Kristen O'Neill. I believe it hits off of Posnikov, like just the back of her skate. We'll take a look. As you see there, it hits Posnikov somehow and makes it in behind Lacasse. But what a weekend Kristen O'Neill has been having.
Yeah, the puck kind of bobbles around in the blue paint there, and those great players, they find a way to score, and Kristen O'Neill has certainly had herself a weekend.
Her fifth goal of the 2022-2023 campaign. And here's another chance. Vespa was at the side of the net, but couldn't connect with the pass. DiGirolamo pinching in. Rattray, though, is going to come away with the puck. In behind Dunn. Sends it below the goal line. Now Skamura picks up the loose puck. She tries the wraparound attempt. That's stopped. Harmon off the blue line. Bringing the puck down low. It's poke checked away by O'Neill. Now Vespa along the boards. Can't clear it out. It's back to Steckline. Steckline with a shot. Frankel didn't know where that went, but the rebound went wide. Now Shaver over to the near side. Harmon hesitates. Still able to keep it in. Second attempt, though, cleared out by Adidas. There's Lee Steckline at the far blue line. Tough pairing to go against with Team Harvey's. They average about 24 minutes a game. Now they're normally the unit that's out on the ice. Harmon now below the goal line. Trying to connect with Steckline. That one just jumps over her stick, but keep getting Rattray and Richards mixed up. Their numbers are too close. Richards, though, clears it out on the breakout. We need to talk about Kristen Richards, too. Coached Brant Clark, who is a Barrie Colt here and a draft pick of the Los Angeles Kings. Also a member of our World Junior team, a assist on the game-winning championship goal in overtime. So a good story there as Kristen Richards taught Brant Clark.
The Hill Academy, which used to be in Vaughan, I believe is now relocated to Orangeville area. But had the chance to coach a number of names that we're becoming quite familiar with in the OHL circuit and into the NHL, and Brant Clark and Shane Wright, just to name a few.
Couple good ones here as Pontiac has a chance in front of Lacache. She stands tall. A nice pass by Kessel. So far, since Kessel's return to the PWHPA this season, she has been solid for Team Adidas. Made her first appearance in Collingwood and started off with a goal, and started yesterday with a goal as well. There's Sonia now along the boards. Down low to Nurse. Looking for the point, but Krasaniak and Mickelson just coming off the bench hadn't made it to the blue line yet. They'll regroup in the neutral zone and they're back. Sarah Nurse with room, finds Laura Stacey. Lacasse with the save.
What an incredible stop by Genevieve Lacasse. A 2-on-0 situation is not one you want to find yourself in as a goaltender, especially being down one with under 2 minutes to go. But Genevieve Lacasse tracks that puck perfectly. Laura Stacey with the sprawling stick. We saw her score a big-time goal like that in the 2018 CWHL Clarkson Cup Championship, but Genevieve Lacasse today says, no way.
There's a big hit. Rougeau and Stacey, and a penalty coming, and it's going to be a roughing call, and it's going to go against Rougeau. It could have been an interference call as well, and just a couple things to pick from there. And Rougeau is going to argue with the referee before she heads over to the box.
Two players who are quite familiar with each other. I believe they played against each other in the NCAA. Of course, Lauriane Rougeau of Cornell Big Red and Laura Stacey of Dartmouth Big Green.
Some prolific NCAA careers here on the ice in full display. Marie-Philippe Poulin tries to clear it out. Fast tries to stop it with her glove. It's going to make its way into the players' bench, and Anne-Renée Desbiens doing a little good deed, sends the puck into the crowd.
Yeah, Anne-Renée with a fantastic performance again yesterday out in Peterborough, and she shows again that she's still in the game. Even if she's finding herself at the end of the bench right now, stayed focused and gave that puck to a fan nearby here in Barrie.
When you look at the goaltender lineup we have in this association, it is incredible to think. We just have so much talent and so much depth. I don't know how the coaches pick who they're going to put in net any given day, but there is one of the best in net right now in the world. Now Kristen O'Neill with speed. Leaves it for Stacey to the point for Lorrock. She's going to take a quick shot, and Lorrock is stopped by Lacasse. And we reached the last minute of play in the first period.
Seems as though Team Adidas is tightening up their offense a little bit. They're hitting the tape a lot more. You know, they're kind of finding their chemistry, their groove. A great shot there from Jocelyn Larocque at the point. But certainly bodies in front are going to help their success on Genevieve Lacasse.
Sarah Nurse now trying to retrieve that puck. It was too close to Lacasse. She's going to cover it up. They're going to reset.
And Sarah Nurse giving her national team teammates a little hand there, picking up the stick for the goalie, which we love to see. Good sportsmanship from number 20 on Team Adidas.
Sarah Nurse obviously making a couple news headlines this week.
Just your average PWHPA athletes. Cover of NHL 23, partook in the NHL All-Star competition. and of course the many amazing things she's doing with the Black Girl Hockey Club. And
here's the chance for Skimura in front of the net. Frankel recovers though. Just a misplay there, but good forecheck by Haley Skimura. They can never let you get your points out,
nope,
eh?
Nope, never.
Here's Amanda Kessel now. She sends it in front. There's Nurse trying to pick up the rebound. Decides to move it. Was looking for Jill Saunier below the goal line. Back to Dunn now at the point. They got 14 seconds. Potomac down low to Nurse. Nurse to Dunn. They need to shoot. 10 seconds. It hits the post. Rebound. Potomac's shot goes high. Now Nurse back to Kessel. 3 seconds. And they won't get the last shot off as the whistle blows. And Nurse did get a last little shot. Lacasse didn't love that. Well, this is what we expected between these two teams. The top two teams in the league right now, and it's Team Adidas up by 1 after 20 minutes.
Well, that is the start that they wanted. I'm sure Matt Leitner is pretty pumped about Team Adidas coming out hard and fast. We're going to see this replay on the play by Aaron Frankel trying to get that puck out, and Haley Skimura with just some incredible speed put pressure on her, but stays out of the Team Adidas net. And that's the kind of bounce that a winning team needs in a tough game like this. Adidas out shooting Harvey's right now 11-3. A great start from the yellow and blue.
We'll take a quick break. Jasmine will be back with your goal scorer, Kristen O'Neill. You're watching the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour on Rogers TV.
Rogers TV presents a series of original creative stories animated by storytellers for children of all ages. Join us for Ottawa Storytellers.
Monsieur de Champlain, when I finish paddling through this wilderness and reach China, I shall greet them wearing this.
Monsieur Nicolet, your mission shall be for the honor of the king and the Holy Faith.
In the summer of 1634, Jean Nicolet set off from Quebec to find a trade route that would link Europe and North America with China.
But where is it?
Further. I know the place you are seeking.
For months, Nicolet pushed through the wilderness, searching for the Western Sea.
Goja! Mississippi!
What did he say?
He says, Mississippi, great water.
Mississippi, the sea, China.
Jean Nicolet was wrong. It was Lake Michigan, not the Pacific. But others would follow his dream. Joliet, La Salle, the La Vérendrys, and they would map most of North America from the Rockies to the Gulf of Mexico.
I did it. I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back inside Sadlon Arena, where Team Adidas is leading this game 1-0 after the first period of action. I'm joined by the lone goal scorer, Kristen O'Neill. Kristen, how do you think that what does your team have to do to try to hand Team Harvey their second loss of the season?
Yeah, I think we started that period really fast and got on them really aggressively. So I don't think they're used to as much pressure as we're giving them right now. So I think we just have to stick with the amount of pressure we're giving them, and I think we'll be successful.
And you scored on the second power play of the game. The first one was kind of uneventful, but you guys kind of figured it out in the second one. Take us through what you saw on that power play.
Yeah, I think we just needed sort of to regroup, and during the first power play, we sort of saw how they were penalty killing us, and we used that to set up our next place for the power play. So yeah, it was nice that we got that goal and can start the second period going in with that 1-0 lead.
And you say you guys want to take the game to Team Harvey's right now, especially with a goaltender like Lacasse in net. What do you guys have to do to try to solve for more than once in this game?
Yeah, she's a very talented goalie. I mean, every goalie at this level is, but I think the more we can just challenge her and the more shots we can get on net, I think she's bound to get tired, and then we'll be able to find our chances then.
Thank you so much, Kristen O'Neill. And we'll throw it back for a quick break and then some first period highlights and analysis after this.
Join me for Season 3 of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods. Whew, that was a lot. I think I need a nap.
Hi, I'm Meg from AIM Fitness, and I'm here with my buddy Fit Finley. Join us every week for Fit Over 50. We'll take you through some low-impact and high-intensity workouts designed to improve your strength and your balance. All you'll need is a resistance band, some light hand weights, and also your water bottle and a sturdy chair. Tune in right here on Rogers TV and let us be part of your weekly routine.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
Inside the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour on Rogers TV, presented by Gatorade, as Team Adidas is leading this game, and after one period of action, 1-0, with a lone goal from Kristen O'Neill on the power play. As we take a look at some of the stats and highlights from the first period, it was a really action-packed game. There's a lot of shots on net, but both teams have been standing strong, and there was 2 power plays so far this game. A lot of free-flowing action, a lot of skating, a lot of long periods of play, and it's been a great game so far here in Barrie, Ontario. As we take a look at the shots here, Team Adidas is leading a ton, 8 shots more than Harvey's. This is huge for Team Adidas as they're trying to hand Harvey's the second loss of the entire season. Harvey's is coming into this game on an 11-game winning streak, and Team Adidas is giving them all kinds of trouble and really taking the game to them, as Kristen O'Neill talked about in our interview. And now let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first period.
It's time we put a stick in the ground for the
Here.
For the future of women's hockey.
And here's a really good trip here, which led to the first penalty of the game.
Let's put a stick in the ground.
And like I said, Team Adidas is really getting aggressive, really getting in the paint, forcing Team Harvey's to make to take some penalties, or else they'll be trapped and given really good chances. So Team Adidas has been doing really well. They've started on the front foot. They've really taken the game to Harvey's, and Harvey's has been sort of reeling in the first period, just trying to keep damage to a minimum. As we see here, the goal there from O'Neill, she does a wraparound. Lacasse just doesn't get enough of her body to seal on the side, and that is the difference maker there on the power play. As Team Adidas finds the back of the net, they are 1 for 2 so far on the power play, which is pretty impressive considering Harvey's has the best penalty kill in the league. And here's another chance here with Amanda Kessel. Feeds it, and a really, really good save there by Lacasse. And Lacasse has been incredible for Harvey so far. She's the reason this game isn't 3-0 right now. And she makes a great 2-on-1 save there. That was the save of the period by far. I was sure that was in the net, but Lacasse just gets a pad on it, and her glove, it was such a great save. The arena was going crazy after that one. And here, really, really good chance for Team Harvey's, but thwarted by the goaltender. Good recovery there. There's been a lot of good action here so far. It's just first period so far, and we have 2 more periods of this to go as the top 2 teams in the PWHPA try to duke it out. Team Adidas trying to give Harvey's their first loss since October, and Harvey's trying to extend their winning streak to a whopping 12 games. So we're going to throw it out to a quick little break here, but after that we have some second period action.
Your City News forecast for today could be a windfall of cash. With our weather guarantee, if we're off by 3 degrees, you could win. Enter at ottawa.citynews.ca. And if you hear your name on Wake Up with Rob Snow at 7:21 a.m., call in to claim your cash.
Play 4 games of bingo from the comfort of your own home each Monday at 7 p.m. for your chance to win money from our $2,000 regular bingo or $5,000 super bingo night. Kiwanis TV Bingo, Mondays at 7 p.m. on Rogers TV.
Jean-Marie! Fire! The neighbor's farm is on fire. It's almost to the road. It's heading for us.
Help me get the animals out of the barn.
The fire's getting closer.
I'm on the horse.
The house is burning.
Get out to the river. Get up.
Can't leave everything. Careful. Don't fall.
Come on. We have to hurry.
Hurry. There's the river. We're going to make it. I can't swim.
Yes, you can.
Hurry, hurry.
You must get in.
I can't.
Watch out for sparks.
His hair's on fire.
Keep their hair wet.
In May 1870, fires raged along the Saguenay River for more than 150 kilometers, destroying land and lives. One family survived by dousing themselves all night against the searing heat. One family, among the thousands whose resourcefulness and courage shaped the character of this land.
It was John's graduation. We were so proud. We all got together for a picnic. That's when we heard coming from the radio. So we stopped and we listened. It helped us get to safety. That's why when I think of John, because now he has a real future to look forward to.
Arena as we have a game between Team Adidas and Team Harvey's currently in the intermission right before a second period. Team Adidas leading so far 1-0. As we take a look at the scoring summary from that period, after 20 minutes of play, it was the lone goal from Kristen O'Neill being the difference maker so far, as we can see here, and Team Adidas just absolutely outshooting Harvey's 11-3. O'Neill has been on a tear. That's her second goal this weekend. She has 3 points in the last 4 periods played. She has been on fire for Team Adidas, especially with missing Schofield to injury. Team Adidas needs players like O'Neill to step up and fill up that offensive void. And now for the play of the period, it is obviously going to be that incredible save that Lacasse made right over here, as we can see here. Just a sprawling save. She just gets a glove on it, and she keeps it a 1-0 game. What a save here. You could hear the gasp of the audience when she made that save. And she is the reason that this isn't a 2 or 3-0 game. Lacasse has been incredible for Team Harvey's all season long, and Team Harvey's has one of the best goaltending duos in the league. So to get one past her has been very impressive, and Adidas has been throwing everything at them. 11 shots so far, and that's just the beginning. We're gonna throw to a quick break, and then after that, sorry, no break. We're gonna talk a bit more about that incredible first period action as O'Neill scores that goal that is the difference maker, and Team Harvey's is now on the back foot. They're really being challenged now. And we're gonna throw it quickly to Izzy and Liz, our play-by-play and color commentators, for more on today's action.
Thanks, Jasmine. Well, we had a great first period. This is what you want with these two teams, and you want Adidas maybe to challenge Harvey's a little bit. We really haven't been able to see that in the last couple showcases in the new year.
Yeah, and of course, as Jasmine mentioned, O'Neill with the goal, and she had one yesterday, but I want to talk for a second again about my girl, Kayla Vespa. She helped O'Neill on the goal in today's game. She had a goal and an assist last night in Niagara, or in St. Catharines with the Niagara Ice Dogs. And this is a player that has really had a breakout weekend. I've been able to watch her grow over the last, 3 or 4 seasons, but she seems to really be finding her stride on this quick Adidas line. Of course, out there with O'Neill and Laura Stacey. So some incredible speed, and it's been working for this team Adidas right now.
Well, and not to be remiss, that you're missing one of the biggest pieces to this Adidas team in Kendall Coyne-Schofield. We haven't seen her in the last couple showcases, out due to injury, and we'll see if she's able to make a return for the rivalry series, which will be in Quebec next week. But that's a huge piece to fill, and Kayla Vespa has done a really incredible job filling in her spot there. A lot of speed on this Adidas team, and they're catching Harvey's maybe a little off guard. 11-3 the shots after 20 minutes, and they're going to start on the penalty kill. So Adidas with a chance to double up the score here early in the second period. Poulin trying to clear it out, and she will. It goes into the crowd.
And you mentioned Kendall Coyne-Schofield there, Izzy. She's out due to injury, but we know that she's just one of those people that cannot help but work hard. She's working hard on the ice to get healthy again, to hopefully be back for the rivalry series. We wish her all the best in that. And as the PWHPA know, she's working hard as the president of this Players Association to fulfill and continue the mission of the PWHPA. So we're sending our best to her back home, and we want you to get healthy.
Good chance in front for Laura Stacey. And she can't continue the break, or the wraparound, sorry, as Lee Steckline breaks up that play. Out of the penalty box is Lauriane Rougeau. So we're back to 5-on-5 action.
Okay, Renata. I saw that little between the legs out of the corner.
Well, Renata Fast, one of the best defenders in the world, putting on a show here. Here's Nurse in the slot, her shot wide. Now trying to move the puck. Greco up to Eldridge. Intercepted there by Vespa as she moves the puck to Larocque, and quickly is Fast. Now here's a chance again for Nurse in the slot. That one tipped wide. Skamura hit along the boards by Sonia, but still able to clear the puck out. Now Krzyzaniak. D-to-D pass with Mickelson. They shoot the puck in right on Greco. Can't settle it down. Here's Nurse again in the slot. Can't complete the pass. And now Skamura and Kessel battling for the puck. Greco finds it. Over to Channel on the far side. Cleared out into the neutral zone. Krzyzaniak. Over to Mickelson. Mickel's going to have time and space here to decide what she wants to do. She goes over the red line. Will send it in behind Lacasse. Lacasse rims it around. Intercepted by Nurse, but for the second time today runs into the referee. Having a hard time seeing the stripes out there today.
Yeah, the stripes and Sarah Nurse getting acquainted, and sure she's had her fair share of conversations with them over the few years too, so maybe they're getting their redemption on her today.
Looks like her stick broke too, so Nurse off to the bench for a new one as Shaver slipped over that stick in the middle of the ice. Now here's Crucio with his shot. Frankel makes the save. Well, Donovan trying to clear the puck out, stopped at the point. Now Rattray was going off for the change. You could hear Fortino yelling at her. She's laughing now at the blue line, but Rattray didn't know it was coming. Donovan off the board trying to make contact with Willoughby. She'll send the puck in behind Lacasse. Now Lacasse, backhand pass intended for Rougeau. A little too far. Curlette keeps it in for Adidas, but no one there to support as Gribbins intercepts the Fortino pass through the neutral zone. Now Poznikov tries to send it in, stopped by Curlette.
Curlette, of course, playing forward today. We saw her as a defender yesterday, a product of Robert Morris University, and we had spoke about Kristen Richards' versatility, but it seems that RMU is somewhat of a factory for this kind of player, and both of them playing for Logan Biddle down at RMU, so love to see her getting up on the action on the offense, known in her college days as an offensive defenseman.
Much more difficult than I think people give credit to switch both positions, and skating becoming a huge factor too, just being very sound in your forward and backward skating. Just the mentality of the game is so different too.
I think positionally and in terms of hockey IQ, you just have to see the game a certain way to have that kind of versatility.
Exactly. Good battle along the boards. Now Renata Fast. We'll see what else she can pull off. Below the goal line, she's doing a good job against the best player in the world, Marie-Philippe Poulin. She gets away from her, gets it back along the hash marks. We'll try to clear it out. Steckline stops that at the far blue line. Off the boards, Curlette pressuring as a good F1. Back checking Poulin. Makes contact with Eldridge. Eldridge now a quick pass intended for Poulin. Doesn't make it, but here she is now. Marie-Philippe Poulin in the slot with a chance. Her shot goes wide. Eldridge put into the boards. Big hit by Larocque, and it looks like Larocque is going to go off for two, and it's going to be an interference call against Team Adidas.
Yeah, good aggression there by Jessie Eldridge to force Jocelyn Larocque to make the play on her on the boards. As we'll see here, the puck just kind of rims around, and Jocelyn Larocque is trying to take away that angle, but getting that left hand up and elbow kind of in Jessie Eldridge's chest and face area is enough to have her sit for two or less. So Team Harvey's with an opportunity here to level out the score.
Well, they have a good start. They win the draw. Now Saunier one-on-one with Fortino. Fortino a good stick. Poke checks that away, and Shaver picks up the loose puck. Rougeau will set up their power play breakout. In behind Lacasse. Pass intended for Fortino is a little too far, but it connects with Rattray. She'll take a shot. That goes wide. Oh, Saunier trying to clear it out. Stopped at the blue line by Rougeau. Still battling for the puck with Skamura along the wall. Skamura with Fortino in the slot. Tipped out. Now Nurse on the chase. Sarah Nurse with the puck. One-on-one with Rougeau. She tries to take a shot, and it's tipped into the corner by Rougeau. Now Rattray the other way. Gets him behind fast, but there's Laura Stacey quick on the body. Almost could have sent her into the boards, but lays off. Now Rattray again, finds Steckline. Steckline, long pass to Harmon. Harmon sends it down for Eldridge. It skips over her stick. Now to Clark on the near side. Steckline to Harmon. To Poulin. Down low to Eldridge. She tries to stuff it in, but Frankel there to make the save. Poulin back to Harmon. Now to Steckline. Steckline's gonna take a shot. That's stopped by Dunn. That one hurt. Now here comes Stacey with speed. She's around Harmon. Laura Stacey with the shot. Stopped by Lacasse. Now Poulin back the other way. Poulin with speed. She's gonna hang on. Send it over to Eldridge on the far side. Nice pass and receiving by both Poulin and Eldridge. Going east to west with those passes. Poulin now inching closer, sends it back to Steckline. Steckline to Harmon. Harmon's shot, nice blocker save by Frankel. Harmon. Penalty has expired. Larocque racing back in to go 5-on-5, and she's gonna get to that puck as Amanda Kessel has room to skate it out. Now moves it to DiGirolamo. Nurse at the red line. Sends it in deep. They'll get fresh legs on the ice and try and get that first unit out there as Potomac, Nurse, and Kessel are out now. Krzyzaniak moves it to Potomac. She tries to poke check it through the blue line. Kessel will help her out and send it in deep. A long pass intended for Krzyzaniak on the far side. They do connect. Sorry, Poznikov, but Krzyzaniak intercepted, and Adidas will be offside as Potomac was still inside the zone.
Yeah, some great plays, as you mentioned, east-west for the Team Harveys on the power play there. Finished off with a nice save from Erin Franklin. We're going to take a closer look at this one here as Poulin finds far side to Steckline. And Erin Frankel, not a particularly tall goalie, and what I love about her is it's all about speed and space. How quickly can she get there, and how much space can she take on the play? And perfect example there of a little swing play on the Team Harvey's power play, but Erin Frankel does a great job getting to her location and taking that extra step to take away the top of the net.
Adidas back inside the Harvey zone. Potomac putting pressure on Fortino, and there's going to be another penalty.
And this is somewhat turning into a little bit of a special teams game, which we shouldn't be too surprised at these two teams battling for that top spot and seeing who can get the calls here. And Sarah Potomac, she's going for the puck. Laura Fortino just gets that right leg up in the air, and it's good enough to convince the official nearest her.
Well, there's both of these teams have some of the most penalties taken. So it's one thing that they talked about at the beginning of the weekend that they wanted to fix. They did yesterday, but not today against each other. So we'll see if the power play the second time around works out for Harvey's. Here's Poulin. Her shot, well intended for maybe a tip down low for Eldridge, doesn't connect. Now Steckline and Clark exchange passes loose in front. Eldridge couldn't put it in behind Frankel. Long pass for Poulin at the point. Now to Harmon. Harmon with time. Tries to send it back to Poulin. Fans on the pass. Poulin makes a diving play, but Adidas is able to recover, and O'Neill sends it down the ice. The cast now backhands it over to Steckline. Quick to Harmon as Stacy once again causing trouble on the forecheck. Now to Poulin on the near side. Make a move around Saunier. Just wants to set up the power play. Wait for the new D to come out. Here's a pass from Fortino, the one-timer, and a glove save by Frankel.
A great chance on net there from Marie-Philippe Poulin, and it seems that Team Harvey's is these couple power plays, you know, they're getting better touches on the puck. The chemistry is building, and I'm sure that they're looking to solve Erin Frankel with just 7 shots on net so far, so a little bit uncharacteristic for this very aggressive offensive Team Harvey's.
Well, you know the crowd is probably going for Team Harvey's. They've been a little quiet so far this morning.
I think between Captain Canada and the hometown favorite of Jesse Eldridge, it's a no-brainer for the fans here in Barrie at the Sadlin Arena to stand behind the ladies in orange and blue.
We had a heavy Sarah Nurse crowd last night, as well as Alexa Vasco. Those are the two sides that we could see in Niagara. The hometown, St. Catharines, of Alexa Vasco, and a partial hometown for Brianne Jenner, too, both playing for Team Sonnet. So some multiple homecomings today. We'll have Laura McIntosh, coach of Team Sonnet today. Here's a chance in front for Rattray, stopped by Frankel. Fortino with a slap shot. That one goes wide. Steckline sends it in as Potomac out of the penalty box, so not much on the power play for Team Harvey's. And we're back to 5-on-5 action, 10:15 remaining in the second period. Back to the point. Steckline shot high and wide. Harmon keeps it in. O'Neill picks up the loose puck. Now Krzyzaniak.
And you mentioned some of the ties to the communities, but we've also got a few OHL ties I've been learning about over the weekend. Haley Skamura on Team Adidas. Her father actually played for the Peterborough Petes. Interestingly enough, named Peter. And he played there, was one of 3 Americans in the OHL at the time.
Here's a chance for Harvey's as Poulet makes a pass to Harmon. Her shot blocked. A rebound for Clark. Stopped again by Frankel. Now Dunn moves it forward to Vespa. Intercepted by Curio. Dunn will try again. She's got DiGirolamo on the near side. DiGirolamo, long pass intended for Vespa, will go the distance. Icing waved off. Now inside the zone. Willoughby sends it below the goal line. Channel's there first. Channel to the hash marks for Larson. But Dunn being aggressive as she comes down. She's hit down by Curio, but still will handle the puck. Taken away by Channel. Larson and Curlette battling along the boards. Trying to get there first. Puck is tipped high. Now bouncing around and settled down. Rougeau trying to clear it out. Curlette once again keeps things alive for Team Adidas. Great shift for this fourth line of Team Adidas. Putting pressure on Team Harvey's. Arenado fast on the far side. Just loses an edge and goes into the boards. Dossler battling for the puck. Channel there as well. Gribbins was helping, but Greco's going to pick up the loose puck on the near side. Once again, Curlette, she's all over the ice on this shift. Batting these pucks out of the air. Here's Alex Poznikov now for Team Harvey's. Can't get around Larocque. Good battles for the puck in the last few seconds. Saunier forward to Nurse. Nurse below the goal line to Saunier. She looks for the quick pass to Kessel. Hits the skate of Fortino. Now Grushko clears the puck out for Harvey's, but can't get around fast. See how strong they are when they box out like that.
A great example of some puck protection there through the neutral zone.
Here's Kessel at the side of the net. Good stick by Lacasse. Kessel backhands it over to Nurse. She gets hit in front of the net. And now Lacasse drops her. No penalty coming. And we're going to take a break as Sarah Nurse will pick herself out of the crease. It's a 1-0 lead for Team Adidas. You're watching the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour, the OHL Showcase. We'll be right.
My husband is a wonderful man and a great father when he's not drinking. I'm so angry he chooses alcohol over us. If he really loved us, he'd stop drinking, right? My counselor suggested I try Al-Anon. I didn't understand why. I'm not the one with the problem, but I'm glad I went. Do you worry about someone's drinking? You are not alone. Al-Anon or Alateen can help. Call 866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Hello, I'm Jim Deeks, host of Canada Files. I hope you'll join me each week for interesting and informative discussions with some of Canada's most impressive people.
Here at the Sadlon Arena in Barrie, Ontario. We thank you for joining us. If you're watching on Rogers TV or CBC Sports Online, my name is Izzy Germain and I'm joined by Liz Knox. This is our third game, our third city, and it's our second day of the OHL Showcase, and we thank everybody who's come out in person and everybody who's been watching online. And Liz Knox is becoming a little bit of a celebrity too. It's hard to walk around with you in these arenas now. A lot of podcast fans coming to say hi, and you got a little gift today too.
Well, you know, when I thought about starting a podcast, I thought I had the perfect face for radio, but I guess our YouTube channel is doing its thing, and it's been so great to kind of connect with that community and thank the people at SDPN for the opportunity. But it's always nice to meet a fan, and as you say, I got a nice little something to take home you might see on the podcast in the coming weeks.
We won't give it away. We'll have to watch next week's episode. This week, though, if you want to watch, Abby Rock is the special guest on the Noxie and Cax podcast. And no penalty on that play. Everybody kind of skated away from that. Sarah Nurse not too happy, but maybe pop one in to get her revenge. Here's Aniak now over to the far side for Mickelson. O'Neill, the goal scorer so far today, back to Krasaniak. Krasaniak tries to move it forward to Stacy. She had speed but couldn't connect on the pass. Now Steckline, long pass to Rattray. Rattray waiting for some friends there on the far side as Poulet comes off the bench. She'll forecheck on Krasaniak. She gets taken down in the corner. Still gets up and hangs on to the puck, though. There's Poulet again, along the boards. Donovan trying to put her into the boards. They send it back to the point for Steckline. Still battling. Eldridge moves the puck to Poulet, now down to Clark. Emily Clark, also an NHL All-Star skills appearance. Here's the shot, blocked by Mickelson. Now back the other way, Willoughby with speed. Over the blue line, she's got Potomac going to the net, but she's got a long stick, Elise Steckline, to get around. Poulet's gonna come out, steal that puck, sends it to the near side for Eldridge. They're stopped by Dunn. Now Donovan over the blue line, good move around Greco. Looking to DiGirolamo, back door, she jumped up in the play. Adidas will regroup in the neutral zone. Jinsey Dunn, sister Joy Dunn, captain of Team USA's U18 program, came home with a bronze medal. There's a chance again for Kessel. Now Steckline with two quick Adidas players on her. That's Saunier and Kessel. Saunier moves it to Kessel. Here's Nurse, her shot high and wide. DiGirolamo keeps it in at the blue line. Poke checked away. And right back at it is Team Adidas. Good shift there for Emily Clark. Hit the post in her breakaway challenge. A couple of American friends were there with them. Hillary Knight, Alex Carpenter, and of course joined by league leading Rebecca Johnston. There's Laura Stacey with speed, moves it forward to Saunier. Bounces off her stick. Fortino will pick it up over to Channel. Now Stacey sends it in behind to Lacasse. Over to Fortino. Through the legs, trying to make contact with Postnikov, but they'll send it over to the near side for Channel. Channel now to Larson. Larson and Grusho. And the puck goes into the Adidas bench.
Some great pressure here from this Team Adidas, and I think what's most notable about today's game and yesterday's game is just the depth. We saw in that last shift Sam Donovan putting pressure on arguably the best player in the world in Marie-Philippe Poulin. Sam Donovan playing on their third line right now, and you know, we spoke about earlier the line of Kurlik, Gribbins, and Dossler. I mean, they've got so much depth, and each line seems to have really taken on their role. They're going out, they're putting in their hard 45 and letting the others do the same. It's just an incredible thing to see for this Team Adidas to find that chemistry.
Renata Fast putting on a defense woman clinic today as how to be an offensive D. She jumped in the play there, had a couple nice moves. Now Harmon in front, loose puck. Vespa's gonna try and clear it out. Fortino with the shot, blocked and stopped by Frankel.
Team Adidas just crashing back to the house, making sure that they outnumber Team Harvey's in front of Aaron Frankel, getting sticks on sticks and getting sticks on pucks. This one is tried to clear by Kayla Vespa. Laura Fortino picks it up. She gives a wind up in that absolute howitzer from the top of the circles, but Aaron Frankel is able to track that one through traffic in front.
Well, the top line for Harvey's back on the ice. Clark down low to Poulet. Well, Eldridge battling Krasaniak in front. Mickelson takes care of Poulet. They give each other a couple shots. Eldridge trying to make the pass to Poulet. This game's going to get physical if we keep this up.
I was just going to say, you can feel the tensions rising. This Team Harvey's is not used to playing from behind. They haven't done it since the beginning of the season or early on in the season. And I think you're starting to see some frustrations come out here. So if Team Adidas can keep their head on their shoulders, keep it cool, might have ourselves a little bit of a battle on our hand.
That's what we love to see. And the referees are letting them play. Eldridge is going to take the draw. Nurse wins it. Barougeau stops the puck at the blue line. Now Poulet tied up with Nurse. Sends the puck down to Eldridge. Eldridge trying to toe drag to the front of the net. Stopped by DiGirolamo. Now Clark on the other side. Harmon's going to take a shot. That one misses wide. Poulet first on the puck. She's got pressure by Nurse and Saunier. She'll send it over to Eldridge. And DiGirolamo sends her into the board. She gets a shot at an awkward angle. Frankel takes care of that. Now Steckline with a shot. Here's an opening in front. Frankel makes the save. Clark still below the goal line. Steckline at the point with pressure from Kessel. Sends it down low. Clark with two Adidas players around her. can't settle the puck down, and Jinsey Dunn is going to skate it out. What a stop by Erin Frankel and a good shift.
Wow, product of Northeastern University. You see her there just kind of bow her head and take a second, because what an incredible save to keep her team in this game, keep the 1-0 lead. And Erin Frankel, a player that had a little bit of a slow start to this PWHPA season, adjusting to playing against some of these players full time, but she's made a name for herself and she's looking right at home today.
And a good shift from the top line of Harvey's. I'm sure we'll see them right back out on the ice, as Coach Corey Chevry probably doesn't like to be playing from behind right now as we approach the last minute of play in the second period. Now LaRock trying to move it forward to Stacy. Puck is bouncing around on her and can't settle it down. Now Fortino inside her own zone to Channel. On a Grusho at the red line. Good pressure by Fast. Fast on the far side. Connects with Donovan. The second breakout pass, though, stopped in the neutral zone by Curio. Here's Posnikov. Posnikov with a shot. Larson gets a stick on it. And she gets a high stick by Fast. And she's going to stay out there. Trying to make her way to the bench, maybe, but no, she's going to take the puck from Laura Fortino. Looks like she just got the stick under her face mask. A little bit of a sting as we approach now the last minute of play in the second period. And the shots starting to even themselves out. 14-12 in favor of Team Adidas still, as Posnikov sends the puck down deep. Mickelson drops Demers on the forecheck. Picks up the puck in behind Frankel. Now Sonia with speed. Can't get around Harmon. Shaver on the back check, picks up the loose puck. Sophia Shaver with speed around Nurse, but runs into Eliane Rougeau, battling along the puck, or the boards for the puck. And it makes its way, I believe, into the Harvey's bench.
And I think we're going to get a look here at that save from Erin Frankel to keep her team in this 1-0 game. And some great puck movement. It all starts with Marie-Philippe Poulin in the corner, finding the D up top. Great shot on net. And that rebound for Emily Clark, I mean, she does everything she can, but a sprawling Erin Frankel just able to get that right side pad to close the door. And Erin Frankel having herself a night, which is exactly what they needed. We talked about it before the game. This team Adidas needed a strong performance from their goaltender.
We talked about the speed too. Adidas right now just outskating Team Harvey's and really clogging up the neutral zone, which is where Team Harvey's normally regroups really quickly and attacks strong on their opponents. So after 40 minutes, Team Adidas hangs on to a 1-0 lead against the top-ranked Harvey's team. They really want to create that separation between them and Scotiabank for the second place spot in the PWHPA standings. We're going to go to break. When we come back, Jasmine will have another professional women's hockey player to interview. You're watching the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour on Rogers TV.
Is this some kind of Canadian joke, sir? I mean, I know you're the instructor and everything, but if we can't carry the ball, how can we get a decent shot at the beach basket?
All right. Maybe we can allow a carry of a couple of steps.
And Mr. Naismith, sir, it sure slows things down having to climb up here every time.
Well, then let's cut the bottom out of the basket.
Ah, but I need these baskets back.
100 years after James Naismith from Almont, Ontario invented it, basketball was being played by hundreds of millions of people around the world.
Have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
Rogers TV presents a series of original creative stories animated by storytellers for children of all ages. Join us for Ottawa Storytellers.
And welcome back inside Sadlon Arena, where we are ice level here as we're getting set for third period action between Team Adidas and Team Harvey's. Adidas leading so far 1-0. I'm joined here by Emily Clark. Emily, what do you and the Burger Bunch have to do to try to get back in this game?
I think we just have to keep doing what we're doing. I think, we're a team that plays with great habits, and sometimes it's not going to pay off in the first or second, but we're hoping it pays off in the third, so just sticking with our game plan.
An 11-game win streak for your team. You guys have been just on a roll. You're down, you come back. When you have the lead, you secure it down. Talk about a bit about the belief you guys have in the locker room for each other and how you're playing for each other.
Definitely, I think we have a lot of confidence, but I think a lot of that comes from that we have a really deep roster, and we have players from line 1 to line 4 contributing, so I think we know on any given day, different people can show up and be clutch for us, so that gives us a lot of confidence.
And we're seeing a bit of a goalie battle brewing here between Lacasse and Frankel. What do you guys have to do to try to solve Frankel so far?
Yeah, they're both playing amazing. It's making it a fun game and a difficult game to play against. But again, I think we just have to keep getting shots on net, and hopefully one of these go in early in the third.
Thank you so much, Emily Clark. And we're going to take a quick break, but after this, some second period highlights and analysis.
So, toast is burning.
Toast is not.
Every time she has a seizure, she smells something burning. Now, if we can provoke that smell by probing the surface of the brain, we'll find the source of the seizures. Mrs. Gold, do you feel anything?
I can see the most wonderful lights.
And now what do you feel?
Did you pour cold water on my hand, Dr. Penfield?
Now what?
Oh,
What is it, Mrs. Gold?
burnt toast. Dr. Penfield, I can smell burnt toast. Dr. Wilder Penfield. He cured my seizures and hundreds more. They say he drew the roadmap of the human brain. We just called him the greatest Canadian alive.
Hey folks, it's me, Giovanni Patini, the host of the RTV quiz show, the hottest show on television. It's the hilarious quiz show where you, the viewers, play for valuable non-existent prizes. It's got great trivia, fun facts, and a lot of laughs, all blended together in a perfect cocktail of edutainment. So join us Wednesdays at 7:30 right here on Rogers TV. Nice.
And welcome back to the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour on Rogers TV, presented by Gatorade, as we have finished 2 periods of action here between Team Adidas and Team Harvey. So far, Team Adidas taking the lead 1-0 with the lone goal scored by O'Neill so far. Second period has been much more physical. We saw 2 power plays for Team Harvey. They were unable to capitalize, but there's been much more physicality. It's been much more aggressive, and we've been seeing players get in the goalies' faces as these goalies are locked in right now in a goaltender duel between Lacasse and Frankel. So far, just 1 goal between these 2 goalies. As you take a look at the shots on goal so far, Team Adidas leading so far 14-12. But considering that last period, Adidas was leading 11-3, Harvey's has really responded well in the second period, really getting pucks on net. And as Emily Clark said in the interview, that's what they have to do to try to solve goaltender Frankel, who has been so far perfect through 40 minutes of play. As we take a look at some of the highlights from the second period, as we have a lot of interesting plays that developed here, and a lot of good saves from both goaltenders, Frankel for Adidas and Lacasse for Harvey's. Here's a good chance one-on-one here, and of course, Lacasse has the save. Another chance there, and Lacasse has the answer yet again. And Harvey's had 2 power plays in this period. They had a lot of good chances, but Team Adidas has been doing a good job boxing the players out, and also, of course, Frankel has been standing strong, making some really key saves. She's been making some saves with her shoulder, like just shouldering it off, fighting it off. She's been doing everything she can to try to get Adidas this victory so far, trying to snap the 11-game winning streak that Team Harvey's is on so far. And they're doing a great job here, really frustrating Harvey's players as they can't seem to find an answer for Frankel so far through 40 minutes of play. But if you know anything about Team Harvey's, they didn't win 11 straight just snoozing through. They come back, they play hard, and they have so many difference makers on their team. Of the top 10 PWHPA scorers, 5 of them are on Team Harvey's. And like Emily Clark said in the player interview, this team is deep. They score all 4 lines. If one line isn't doing so hot, the other 3 step in and fill in the void. This team has been firing on all cylinders all season long, and Team Adidas has to make sure that they play a solid 20 minutes if they want to try to secure the victory. And we're going to throw it to a quick break now, but after this, some more scoring summaries and analysis about the second period coming up next.
And he can lift anything. Anything at all. He's that strong.
Joe Schuster, will you stop it or you'll miss your train? Now help me find number 5.
Strong, but by day he's a mild-mannered reporter. Glasses, you know, a secret identity.
Honestly, you Canadian kids.
He'd be in this cape.
A what?
A cape. Wearing these blue tights.
A hero in tights, really. Here it is.
Listen, Lois, this guy is faster than anything, I swear.
If you're not fast, you're gonna miss your train.
That's it. A bullet. A bullet. He's faster. No, he's faster than a speeding bullet.
Come on, get on it. No one's gonna read a comic strip about a strong man in tights, Joe. It'll never fly.
Fly, no. But he can leap over tall buildings. Oh, wow, yeah.
See what your cousin Frank says in Toronto.
Wait, Lois. I've got something for you. Here, take it. It's a gift. You never know. It might be worth something someday. Is he great or what? Bye-bye, Lois.
At Celebrate Ottawa, we love showing you something a little different. We showcase remarkable people highlighting the city's diversity in arts, culture, sports, and nature. We will show you features that prove Ottawa is a vibrant and exciting city. We'll entertain you and we'll even teach you new things. Join me, your host, Lila Grine, as we explore and celebrate Ottawa.
It was my daughter's birthday. She was blowing out the candles on her cake when we heard coming from the TV. So we stopped and listened, and it helped us get to safety. That's why when I think of my daughter's birthday, because now she gets to keep having them.
welcome back inside as we're waiting for some third period action between Team Harvey's and Team Adidas in the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour, the OHL stop of this tour in Barrie, Ontario. And let's take a look at some of the scoring summaries from the second period that just happened. It's scoreless so far, but we have a lot of shots, and Team Harvey's really evened out the shots on net after second period of play. In the first period, they're outshot 11-3, but they really came back, and the only thing stopping them getting in their way has been their goaltender for Adidas, Frankel, and they're the reason that Harvey's has been held scoreless so far, something that PWHPA teams have been unable to do through this entire season. And let's talk about the play of the period, of the second period here. And it will be the breakaway that Laura Stacy was on right here, just showing off her speed. Drives to the net shot, but a great save there from Lacasse. As we take another good look at it here, Laura Stacy just puts her head down, just blows by the defender, and Lacasse has an answer for that yet again, as we're seeing a bit of a goalie battle brewing here in the first 40 minutes of play. And we're gonna throw it to a quick break, but after this, third period action.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdsville, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Hi, I'm Julian Armour from Music and Beyond. Join us for a new show this spring on Rogers called Music and Beyond Presents.
Join me for Season 3 of Paula Roy's Favorite Foods. Whew, that was a lot. I think I need a nap.
We can be hurt. We can be bruised. We can be broken. Slowed down, confused, and even numbed. But we can't be defeated. We're built on a foundation that's strong, our mission unwavering, and together we'll beat as one.
Welcome back inside a jam-packed Saddlon Arena as we get set for some third period action. And we're going to throw it out to our commentators, Isabel Germain and Liz Knox, to bring you the call for some final third period action between Team Adidas and Team Harvey.
Thanks, Jasmine. And we've got to do a plug. This is her hometown game. She's been excited about this. She's been promoting this. She is a huge name in this community. The Eldridge family has done a ton for women's hockey. You're going to get to her father, Dwayne. I want to go a little bit. Jessie Eldridge has 74 goals and 89 assists when she was the captain at Colgate University. She is the all-time points leader at that university, and she made her first appearance with the national team in the rivalry series games in 2020. It's really unheard of for an athlete to go her entire U18 career not getting the nod from Hockey Canada, and then to go through college and not get the nod. She gets her first after she graduates, after a stellar career with Colgate, and she's been a mainstay in the national program ever since, winning her first world championship in Denmark in 2022.
Yeah, and I was able to catch her dad, Dwayne, before the game. He had texted Team Harvey's equipment manager, Sean Giles, to see if he wanted a coffee, and unbeknownst to him, he would end up coming to the rink early. He's been here since 7:30 and finding things to do to help the PWHPA set up locker rooms, deliver merch and drinks and food for the two teams. And this is just a family that we can't say enough about. In speaking with him, I learned that the Junior Sharks, the Barrie Junior Sharks here, had actually canceled their game versus Brampton today so that they could be at this game to see Jessie play. And just knowing that, you know, being a part of this community can really elevate your game and see these young athletes grow and play on this great stage has been an inspiration to the entire Barrie Sharks community. And we're just so thankful for Jessie Eldridge, Dwayne, and the whole Eldridge family.
Dwayne also brought the junior program here in Barrie to help his daughter continue her career in hockey. Fortino now with a quick shot at the point. Misses the net wide. Just missed there too as we were bragging about the Eldridge family. Great defensive plays by Dunn and DiGirolamo, keeping Harvey's at bay still. If you're just joining us, a 1-0 lead. Team Harvey's a first period goal by Kristen O'Neill on the power play is the marker that we have on the board right now. 14-12 are the shots after 40 minutes. And we'll see if they can finally dethrone the 11-game win streak that Harvey's is riding. Channel below the goal line. Over to Fortino. She just moves it along to Larson along the boards. Mickelson gets there first, but Curio takes away the puck. Frankel makes a nice save.
Nice save on that quick play. Great force by Alex Poznikov to take that puck into the corner, get the defense of Adidas turned, and puck squirts out for a chance on net, but Erin Frankel sharp as she's been all game. And I did want to mention in talking to Dwayne, you know, they don't just talk about themselves. In fact, that was very hard to get out of him, but he did mention the incredible cooperation of Rob Emerson and Shannon Murray here in Barrie to make this game happen and make sure that the young athletes of the Barrie Women's Hockey Association could take this action in.
Another shot from the point. Clark tries to get a stick on it, hits the side of the net. Grzaniak now battling, moves the puck to Mickelson. Mickelson finds Stacy at the hash mark. She's going to clear that puck out and send Vespa on the chase. Lacasse decides to move it over to Harmon, and they get the tip from Poulin along the boards. Oh, Stacy picks up the loose puck in her own zone. Stacy with speed, back to Vespa. This one, though, goes the distance, and we'll get an icing call against Team Adidas. Bring things back in front.
And I love that confidence and obvious communication between Savannah Harmon and goaltender Jen Lacasse, because you can see that puck is kind of trickling towards the net. Can be a very threatening situation, actually, because it's hard to settle down, but Savannah Harmon communicates she wants Lacasse to play it into the corner, and she does so, and we'll have a face-off at the other end.
Scamurro wins the draw. Shaver leaves it for Steckline. She's going to skate around the net, looking for an opening in front for Rattray. Still below the goal line. Rattray sends it to the point. Greco, it's a little too hot along the boards. Off to regroup in front of Lacasse. Greco, long pass for Rattray. Shaver first on the puck with Kessel. Now Kessel on the far side. Amanda Kessel just fans on the first pass, but still moves it forward. Here's Sarah Nurse now. Nurse with time. Has Steckline in front of her. Sends that one through the crease. Kessel to Larocque. She's going to take a quick shot. And Lacasse will make the save as no one's in front of her.
Great chance on that there. And I'll start with Sarah Nurse showing some fancy edge work. She enters the house of the Team Harvey's defense. Gets a shot off, and Jen Lacasse has been very well responded to that initial goal, keeping her team in this game only down by 1.
Tough to score on two of the best. Now Eldridge along the boards, moves the puck over to Rougeau. Pass intended for Poulin, blocked by Willoughby. Now Willoughby below the goal line to Donovan. Donovan in front for Pontiac. Couldn't connect on the shot, and here comes Clark. He's got Eldridge and Poulin with her. Moves it to Eldridge. Her shot goes wide. You can hear the crowd every time Eldridge touches the puck. As Dunn tries to skate it out, stopped by Poulin. Now Dunn gets it back and taken right away by Emily Clark. Centering pass to Poulin. What a glove save by Frankel.
Ooh, she made that one look good, eh? Marie-Philippe Poulin in the slot, able to corral the pass in a quick backhand. And I can tell you for a fun fact, that shot is not easy to read. As you see, a great play by Emily Clark to thread the needle. You've got Jess DiGirolamo forcing that shot on Marie-Philippe Poulin, and that's a tough puck to track in that hot zone that we see Poulin score so many goals in.
Channel now at the blue line, moves it to Fortino. She quickly has to get rid of it as first one was bobbled in her skates. Larson down low to Poznikov. This line's been good for Harvey's today. Poznikov taken down in the corner by O'Neill, a penalty coming. And it looks like Harvey's, look at Lacache, she's not sure who's getting the penalty. She's halfway there, but decided to stay at her net. And it's gonna be a tripping call. And Kristen O'Neill is going to the box.
Yeah, Kristen O'Neill and Alex Poznikov having a lightweight battle there in the corner. And Kristen O'Neill will sit for 2 or less as she just gets the better of Poznikov here. They get a little tangled up, and I believe the trip was a call, but perhaps interference regardless. Kristen O'Neill for 2 or less.
So another crack at the power play. Their third of the game. And Adidas is gonna clear that puck out to start. Now Rougeau, or sorry, Harmon. Liz Knox joining for the 3rd time this weekend with the wave. Can't ever let that go by.
Never let a wave pass you by. This might be my favorite part of the OHL Showcase weekend, is these fans have been absolutely fantastic.
Eldridge now below the goal line. Trying to make a centering pass to Clark. It's bouncing around in the crease. Frankel keeps it below the goal line. Eldridge with pressure as Adidas is collapsed below the goal line on their PK. Nurse, nice play to move it to Larac, who clears it down the ice. 1:12 remaining on the power play. Genevieve Lacasse with Laura Stacey putting pressure on her, moves it to Fortino. Back to Harmon. Harmon to Fortino again. On the middle to Shaver, and up for Skamura. Skamura, a little soccer play there. She shoots, she scores! Haley Skamura passes up from the back of her skate, and she ties the game up for Team Harvey's.
Well, Haley Skamura has really grown a name for herself on this Team Harvey's, who's somebody who creates opportunity for the players around her. But on this play, she just takes the burger bunch on her shoulders, is able to kick that puck up, and over a sprawling Megan Mickelson, she finds the post on an incredibly skilled play, getting that shot on net on Erin Frankel, who's been perfect to this point. An incredibly important point for Team Harvey's with 14 minutes to go.
Well, this is what Harvey's has been trying to do all game long, beat Erin Frankel. And it's Haley Skamura who gets the first of the game for the Burger Bunch. And now the crowd is in it, still trying to get the wave going. A power play marker. Both goals coming on the power play in this one. Al Poulin in the neutral zone. Moves it forward for Rougeau. Rougeau now in the corner with Krzyzaniak. She gets it off quickly, but Poulin intercepts the pass. Poulin hangs on to it, has nobody at the point. Everybody collapsing down low. Tries to find Eldridge, hits the side of the net, but Eldridge will settle it down. Now in front, Rougeau playing some offense there. She's taken down by Krzyzaniak, sorry, in front. Now Eldridge at the side of the net, trying to find Clark again. And taken away by Krzyzaniak. Krzyzaniak with pressure from Clark down low. Won't get a whistle along the boards, they'll have to move it. 4 players now digging for it. And it pops out, Krzyzaniak first on it. She loses her stick though, and now it's in her skates. Finally Grucho, backhand pass intended for Richards in front. And Potomac back the other way for Team Adidas. Sarah Potomac shoots, blocked by Steckline. Steckline trying to move the puck forward. It hits Dunn's skate. Dunn will be able to pick it up in the neutral zone, finds DiGirolamo. DiGirolamo quickly finds Kessel, moves it forward. Now behind the net, Steckline. Good move to get rid of both Sonia and Nurse.
And this is where this Team Harvey's has found their success late in the game when they needed it. The couple times this season they've been down, seem to pull away in the second half of the third.
Here's Demers with a chance. Frankel makes a big save. Still loose in the crease. And we've got some pushing and shoving. This is what we like to see. This is the passion in the PWHPA.
And just as we're trying to settle into our commentary here, of course, a great opportunity. You see the tempers rising, and a great shift from this third, fourth line Team Harvey's to get that opportunity on net. Kristen Richards with the backhand just drives the puck to the net. Rosie Demers is able to get the rebound, and it's just loose in there. You can see her whacking away, and some little extracurriculars after the whistle as these two teams battle it out, first and second place respectively, and we've got ourselves a game.
Where Fortino from the point, a glove save by Frankel on the far side. Trying to clear the puck out. They'll find Stacy at the red line. Stacy now with speed. Laura Stacy looking to take a shot. That's one of her favorite areas to shoot from. It's that lethal wrist shot on the near side board. She runs into Skamura. That's a tough one. Two of the strongest bodies there in the corner running into each other. Stacy with a slap shot. That one goes high and wide. Now Fast below the goal line. Centering pass for O'Neill, can't connect. Fast hangs onto it. Leaves it for Larocque. Larocque, diving play to keep things alive. Willoughby hits the post. Vespa now diving, still makes the pass off to Willoughby. Back to Larocque. Her shot is blocked. Here comes Sophia Shaver. Sophia Shaver. And a good back check by Willoughby as she cuts that angle down. Well, the tempo in this one is high now. Donovan stripped of the puck by Poulet. Larocque there to back her up. Donovan will try again with Fast. This time it's Eldridge with pressure. Larocque. Long pass intended for Potomac. Makes contact, but Savannah Harmon is there watching Potomac closely. Harmon worried she might get into trouble there. Backs off the play. And she'll move the puck to Eldridge on the near side. That one bounces off the boards and Eldridge can't get to it. Rougeau in the neutral zone, leaves it for Poulet, who's gonna send it down low. Frankel stops it in behind her net. Megan Mickelson up for Krasaniak. Now to Jill Saunier. There's Sarah Nurse trying to make the breakout pass to Kessel outside of the blue line, but it's stopped. And now Nurse will try again. She's made contact with Saunier, but it bounces off her stick, and Postnikov tries to send it to Curio at the far blue line. They'll send it back to Nurse. Nurse moves it up for Saunier. Saunier to Kessel in the slot. She's quick on it. Now Kessel along the boards. Down to Nurse. They've got Saunier, and she trips up as Greco, bodies flying everywhere. Nice dodge by Greco as she jumps over Saunier. And now Larson finds Postnikov. Postnikov has DiGirolamo in front of her. Blocked by DiGirolamo. Saunier looking for it in her skate. She'll take her time. Tries to move it to Dunn. Dunn now with speed. Around Grisho. To Stacy. Laura Stacy with speed, trying to get around Laura Fortino. Good stick by Fortino as she keeps her at bay. Stacy still with the puck. Hits the brakes, drives the net. Loose puck in the crease. O'Neill gets a shot. And a penalty coming as we're going to take a quick break. A cross-checking penalty coming to Kristen Richards. Team Adidas will be on the power play when we come back after this.
When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids? Drugs are out there. Will my teen feel free to say no around other kids? I didn't live drug-free when I was younger. Can I admit that to my kids? Drugs worry me, but how can I feel free to talk about it with my kids?
Questions about drugs and kids? Call or chat to get real-time support.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
And now it's time for the Gatorade shift of the game. This one is from Haley Skamura as she ties the game up with her fourth goal of the season. 8th point on the season, and this is exactly what Team Harvey's does so well. When they're down, they have so much talent in their lineup that they can come back at any time, and we have a tied game now with just half a period to go in the third.
Thank you, Jasmine. And Adidas on the power play. Kristen Richards sitting for 2 for cross-checking. They've got Nurse, Saunier, Ponomac, and Kessel out with Jinsey Dunn. So 4 forwards and 1 D on this new-looking Adidas power play.
Yeah, and I think you could feel the momentum shift in this third period. I mean, closing that gap on the goal by Haley Skamura certainly helps the atmosphere, but both of these teams seem to have stepped up their physical aspects.
Sarah Nurse stays onside, almost does the splits there. They give away the puck to Lee Steckline, and Emily Clark trying to clear it out, stopped by Nurse. Steckline a second time will get it down the ice. Jinsey Dunn chases that below the goal line. Jinsey Dunn waiting as Saunier and Shaver get tripped up. Kessel leaves it for Dunn. Dunn now at the hash marks. Nice couple in tight stick handles there, but Harvey's will clear it out. Haley Skamura stepping up her game in this third period. Now Ponomac trying to send it to Sarah Nurse, and it's cleared out. Only a minute remaining on the power play now for Adidas. And their top unit wasn't able to set up inside the Harvey zone. We'll see if unit number 2 can make something happen. Renata Fast trying to get in behind Steckline. She's stopped. They go into the boards. Now Vespa chasing it down. Larocque will keep it in at the blue line. Vespa will fill her position. Vespa now along the boards. Scott O'Neill going back door. Larocque at the point. Fakes the shot. Hangs on to it. Finds Vespa on the near side. Vespa back to the point for Fast. She's gonna find Laura Stacy. A one-timer. Stopped by Lacasse. Now Stacy again. Hangs on to it. Good pressure by Poznikov. University of Alberta grad. Fast keeps that one in, just narrowly misses the offside call as the penalty has expired, so no harm for Kristen Richards. 7:18 remaining in the third period. We have a tie game between Team Harvey's and Team Adidas. If you're just joining us, what a game you've missed so far. Izzy Germain and Liz Knox with you. We'll be chasing down the 401 to make it to Kitchener for tonight's 6 p.m. game between Team Sonnet and Team Scotiabank. As Eldridge takes away the puck in the neutral zone, loses a handle on it. Willoughby tries to move it forward to Ponomac. Now in the neutral zone, battling with Poulin. Poulin falls down. Mickelson and Krasaniak will exchange passes. Krasaniak now skates inside, stripped away from Poulin, but it bounces down to Donovan, who hits the post. Now Eldridge trying to clear it out, stopped by Mickelson. They'll send it over to the far side. Krasaniak is going to skate that one in. Haley Krasaniak. Soon to be Dr. Haley Krasaniak. Shot from Saunier at the point. Before I forget to, a shout out to Jill's mom, Christine. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday to Christine.
Happy birthday, Christine. We know you're listening in back home.
Eldridge now strips the puck in the neutral zone, but it's taken back. Here's Saunier now. Winds up for the shot. Lacasse makes the save. Kessel picks up the rebound down low. Try to move it to Nurse. Taken away by Shaver. She's got speed on the far side. Gets around Dunn. 2-on-1. Sophia Shaver takes the shot, the rebound. And Rattray couldn't connect. Back the other way. Jill Saunier. She's got Stacy with her. 2-on-2. Saunier waiting. Finds Dunn. Jinsey Dunn takes a shot. Stopped by Lacasse.
We're just trading chances, and certainly the PWHPA athletes are looking to give the show here in Barrie. Great chances at both ends of the ice. You can see the Team Harvey's bench pointing to that backdoor player, making sure that their D-zone coverage is on point. And Jen Lacasse again coming up big for her team with 5.5 to go. We'll take a look at this great chance by Sophia Shaver with incredible speed to chip that puck around Jinsey Dunn. She gets a great off-pad shot. Jamie Lee Rattray just unable to pick up that rebound, but It's certainly coming together here for both teams.
Here's Captain Clutch. That's the right tone to use when she has the puck.
I see her laugh that one off, and oh my goodness, this last 7 or 8 minutes have just been back and forth action. It's hard to keep up with at times.
Well, both teams shortening the bench too. This top 2 lines getting a ton of minutes today. They want the win. Steckline with a shot off the face-off. And Erin Frankel, she's dialed in.
Yeah, Erin Frankel has been rock solid today for Team Adidas, and a performance that I'm sure all who have watched this Team Adidas grow throughout the Secret Dream Gap Tour season, they knew that they were going to have to count on her for a big game today, and she's certainly delivered.
Vespa gets the puck in behind Lacasse, but picked up by Steckline, and quickly exiting the zone was Emily Clark, stopped by Laura Stacey. They'll try again on the far side. Harmon now skating it in herself. Thought she had Eldridge with her, but Eldridge is going off for the change. Larock and Fast connect. Fast in the middle for Sarah Nurse. Nurse takes the shot. That one's tipped over the net. Poznikov now trying to clear it out. Mickelson gets it at the blue line. Krzyzaniak is going to send it behind the net for Kessel. Amanda Kessel to Krzyzaniak. With room, she takes the shot. Lacasse didn't see that one, but it misses wide. Kessel now battling the referee to find the puck in her skates. Potomac's going to come and help out. Mickelson with the shot. Stopped out of the air, gloved down by Poznikov. Now Nurse in the slot. Nurse with a nice move. Her shot bouncing around, almost fools Lacasse, but she makes the save.
Alex Poznikov, we've seen her create offense off the rush, and here she just gets that hand up to do her best goaltending impression, and puck bounces out after that play to Sarah Nurse, who gets a great chance on net. Bobbling puck, but Genevieve Lacasse able to cover that one to settle Team Harvey's down in their own zone.
Skamura wins the draw for Team Harvey's. Channel now on the near side. She's got Rattray in front of her. They connect, but the tip pass intended for Shaver is intercepted by Willoughby. Now Haley Skamura has the lone goal for Team Harvey's today. Finds Fortino. Jinsey Dunn pinching in. Keeps the puck inside the Harvey zone. Fortino, assistant coach for the Hamilton Bulldogs, the OHL team in Hamilton. And a beautiful goal yesterday. I'm sure she'll be showing that to the team on how to score. Maybe an upcoming session, as we've got a penalty coming. And it's going to be a head contact penalty to Skamura.
Now we'll have to see if we can get a look at this play. It seemed like some incidental contact along the boards from what I was looking at, but again, the referee has the best vantage point for that call. You see here Haley Skamura shaking her head in frustration as they go down with 3.5 to go here. We'll see the play on the boards right in front of the Harvey's logo. A little bit of a size battle there, I think.
I didn't see where the head contact was there, but nonetheless, a power play for Team Adidas. And the number 1 PK back to work. It's Marie-Philippe Poulin to Harmon and Steckline. They'll clear it out, but kill a little bit of time, and Steckline sends it right into the bench. And our photographer, Heather Pullock, having to be quick in dodging that one. Hopefully she got a good picture of it, though.
I can only imagine the picture there. We get a look at the Team Harvey's bench, and as you're just speaking about, our amazing staff and volunteers who make these Secret Dream Gap Tour stops possible. We just want to send our thanks to them and to our incredible host this weekend, the OHL. It's been quite a couple of days so far.
A shot from Fast misses wide. Now a battle in the corner for the puck. Poulet's going to pick up the loose puck and clears it all the way down. And Clark thinks about chasing it down, but goes off for the change.
Yeah, good smart play. This is a tough change on that low dump in, so Clark will take the break.
For those watching us on Rogers TV, don't forget, you can watch us again tonight on Rogers TV. We'll be in Kitchener, Ontario, 6 p.m. puck drop for everybody watching at home. And we look forward to making our way down. If you see us, pull over and let us through. as this one might need some extra time. But we will be in Kitchener tonight as Team Sonnet and Team Scotiabank face off at 6 p.m. the last game of our OHL showcase. We look forward to joining you then. Here's Jill Sonia now trying to get around Rougeau. She's pushed off the puck. Now Kessel at the point. 35 seconds remaining on the Skamura penalty. Potomac down low to Nurse. Nurse looking for Saunier in front. Potomac picks up the loose puck back to Dunn. Now to Kessel. Potomac thinks about it, passes it back, looking for a tip from Saunier in front. Now Nurse was trying to rim it back to Kessel, who is on the near side, but they can't connect. And it's going to be a hand pass in the neutral zone. The face-off will stay there. Only 8 seconds before Skamura exit the penalty box.
Somewhat of a maybe lucky whistle for Team Harvey's there, as they were going for the wholesale change at the near side boards, and it was looking like an odd man rush for Team Adidas, but just the way it squeaked through Jinsey Dunn's hands there, we'll have a hand pass, and we're in Team Adidas' side of the neutral zone. With 5 seconds left on the penalty to Haley Skamura.
There's Haley now out of the penalty box. 5-on-5 action, 1:30 remaining in the third period. Skamura sends it below the goal line. Mickelson rims it around. Stacy will take the hit from Steckline. Larson now with the puck in the slot. Finds Skamura. She had Rattray in front but misses wide. Now rims it around to the point. Steckline keeps it in for Team Harvey's. Krzaniak moves it forward to Vespa. Adidas just wanting to get it out. Last minute of play in the third period. A 1-1 hockey game. A little selfish of the girls. We got to get to Kitchener. But a great hockey game for the fans here in Barrie and those of you watching at home on Rogers TV and CBC Sports. They clear the puck out. 40 seconds on the clock. Fortino and Rougeau connect. Quick pass to Clark, and now to Poulain. Marie-Philippe Poulain tries to jump over Laroque. Can't get it through. Now Sarah Nurse trips up. Everybody looking immediately to the referees as someone falls. And an icing call coming with 18 seconds remaining.
And I love it. Honestly, I love to watch the referees let these athletes play. I mean, they train for this. They're strong, they're agile, they're athletic. I love to let the girls play, as they say, but I think it's those one-off calls that can sometimes give the team the advantage that is hard to read in a game like this, as we saw Team Harvey's with a successful penalty kill, Haley Skamura in the box. And we've got a little bit of timeout here, looks like.
Yeah, Matt Leitner knows we've got to get to Kitchener, so he wants to try and settle things with 18 seconds left on the clock, so he's going to draw up the perfect play. And we'll see. It's, again, Team Sonnet, Team Scotiabank, 6 p.m. tonight, the Kitchener Rangers. And funny enough, the Barrie Colts do play tonight here in Barrie, and the visiting team, the Kitchener Rangers.
Yeah, Barrie Colts hosting Kitchener as we play at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. Whereas you mentioned yesterday, I believe, one of the World Championships was hosted back in, my goodness, what year was that?
Let's not date ourselves, because we're around the same age. I know where you're going with this. We're around the same age. We won't want to date each other.
I actually think I saw my first World Championship game there. Team Canada played Team China, and I was like young. So we've been in Kitchener-Waterloo area several times, but this is the first for the PWHPA on this Secret Dream Gap Tour, and we're excited to be hosted by the Rangers as they take on Barrie Colts tonight here.
And a little bit of a homecoming for you and I as well. We'll get to that in a second. As Fast moves the puck over to Kessel. She shoots it in front. A loose puck in the crease, but Sarah Nurse was tied up. Eldridge tries to clear it out. 7 seconds on the clock. Kessel sends it below the goal line. They're chasing it down. Rougeau is going to hang on to it. 2 seconds remaining. So it's going to be overtime in Barrie. Here's the format, 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. And then we go to a 3-player shootout. If we still don't have a goal scored in those 5 minutes, the 3-player shootout, you cannot repeat a player until you've gone through the entire team. After you go 3 players, it's obviously a sudden death 1v1. A little bit of a homecoming tonight. An all-star in Liz Knox for the Laurier Golden Hawks.
Well, an all-star in my own mind, at least. No, I'm really excited to get back to the KW area. Of course, I Played my 5 years of university with Wilfrid Laurier and have many fond memories, not just of the university, but of the community there. It's such a great place to play hockey, and as I was mentioning, you know, we've seen the warm welcome that they've given the women's game. We're excited to be bringing the PWHPA back there.
And I was also at that World Championship game in the auditorium that happened in Kitchener, and great memories. I had actually just dislocated my shoulder in a hockey game, and my mom, instead of taking me to the hospital, took me to that game. And I do remember sitting in pain, but I wanted to be at that game. So thanks, Mom, for letting me watch. And we got to see the greats. Jana Hefford, who is one of our greatest leaders in the PWHPA. Cassie Campbell. There's so many of them that we got to see, and so many new, young female athletes will get to see Team Sonnet and Team Scotiabank in Kitchener. We look forward to seeing everybody at the auditorium tonight. The closest I'll get to home, a Guelph, Ontario hometown for me.
Yes, we just saw a quick highlight there of the tying goal from Haley Skamura. And it's been such a great tour. And as you mentioned, I mean, we talk a lot about visibility. I feel like this is the time to say it, but in speaking with Dwayne Eldridge before, I mean, this might be the only opportunity that some of these fans here in Barrie get to see this level of hockey played, you know, in their backyard. And Kendall Coyne-Schofield tells a great story about watching her first World Championships and then not seeing Team USA play again until she was on the roster. So trying to bring visibility to the sport is obviously part of the PWHPA mission, and they deliver here again today as we go into extra time.
Here we go, 5 minutes, 3-on-3, sudden death overtime. Marie-Philippe Poulain, as she's done so many times before, will she be the one to close things off again? A good start. Eldridge, saucer pass to Poulain, they get a shot off, but it hits the side of the net. What a play by Eldridge and Poulain. Now fast. For Adidas, leaves it for O'Neill. O'Neill around Eldridge, in the slot, can't get around Skamura. Now Skamura, she's got Stacy playing a little defense in front of her. She's gonna hang out, wait for her teammates. As Rattray gets dumped, runs into Dunn as she was coming off the bench. Now O'Neill, she's got Dunn on the far side, but she's gonna hang on to it. Now connects with Dunn as she's a little closer to the midline. Jinsey Dunn to Kessel. Kessel on the near side. Quick shot. Maybe looking for a rebound there, but Lacasse didn't give her anything.
And for those watching at home, if you want to set a great example for your young athletes, 28-second shift from number 29, Marie-Philippe Poulain, and a 38-second shift from number 9, Jessie Eldridge. In this 5-minute overtime, it's get your chance and get off the ice. Grab your legs again, because you're going back out.
Clark wins the draw. Shaver now below the goal line with pressure from Kessel. He'll move it over to the far side for Clark. Clark gets around Nurse. Skating through the neutral zone. He's got Kessel and Dunn to get through. Now below the goal line, we'll send it over to Harmon on the far side. Almost like having 3 forwards on the ice with Harmon. A very offensive D. Incredible talent with the puck.
And she's another player. You mentioned earlier about Jessie Eldridge finding the national team program late in her career. Savannah Harmon, same thing, kind of didn't really crack that USA roster until she was done her NCAA career at Clarkson University.
And this is the goal, really, with the PWHPA. Continues to develop these athletes post-collegiate career and hope to see more of them crack national lineups. Puck inside the Harvey zone now. Larocque picks up the loose puck. It's taken away by who else but Jessie Eldridge. Can she finish it? Jessie Eldridge shoots on the goal line and Frankel stops it. That would have been too perfect.
Well, you could feel the building lift Jessie Eldridge up in that moment. What a great break for her, and she shows her incredible speed to get this opportunity on net. Head up the whole time, looking for an opening. Erin Frankel with an incredibly athletic save to get that left shoulder, get a piece on that puck and pounce on it just to get the whistle.
Well, they win the draw. Larocque in behind Frankel. Finds O'Neill. O'Neill's gonna skate back inside her own zone. Kristen O'Neill. Don't have to tell you, she's fast. Here she is in the slot. Can she finish it? Crashing to the net, gets tripped up. Now Poulain with the puck. Don't think you'll get a penalty called in this overtime. Fortino. It's going to hang on as Skimura comes on the ice. Still got Rattray. Picks her target of Skimura. She's stopped quickly by Nurse. Second time connects with Rattray. Rattray has Steckline over the net. Now Fast. I love 3-on-3 hockey. To Sarah Nurse. Nurse delays. Trying to get around Steckline. Nice move there. Sends it towards Jill Saunier. Saunier below the goal line. Circles up, leaves it for Fast. Fast gets tripped up. No call on that play either. Fast hangs on to the puck. Back to the point for Saunier. She winds up, stopped by Skimura. Now Fast in front of the net, picks up the loose puck. And Nurse and Saunier are gonna go for the change, so Kessel now off the bench. Poke checked away by Harmon. Now Skimura, back to Harmon. Potomac strips her of the puck. At the blue line, Potomac. She's got a couple options, she finds Kessel now. Mickelson's gonna make her way to the net. Mickelson scores! Megan Mickelson tips it in behind Lacasse, and they've dethroned the #1 team in the PWHPA.
Well,
it's Team Adidas.
The gals are buzzing. You see Megan Mickelson with her head in her hands. Cannot believe that pass across the ice. It all starts with Sarah Potomac threading the needle to Amanda Kessel. Kessel with the heads-up play, just an incredible pass. Megan Mickelson goes to the net with her stick on the ice, and you see the disbelief in her actions. What an incredible game. What an experience for these fans in Barrie's, getting the extra time on this PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour.
An 11-game win streak broken in Barrie. Finally, someone has beaten the Burger Bunch, and it's Team Adidas who will pick up the extra points they need today. And it's Megan Mickelson who ends it in overtime for Team Adidas. What a game these fans just got to witness.
And we spoke about it earlier in the game, but the scoring from all the lines, the defensive contribution by this Team Adidas, they had a 25-person effort today. I mean, everybody showed up, they buy into their roles. The third line played a strong third line role. And Megan Mickelson as the closer, I mean, I'm not sure who would have picked that, but we've seen her in the offense the last 2 games. Incredibly happy for a strong finish by that veteran player. And you know that the Team Adidas are giving her a little extra love here. She gets some taps on the pads and on the helmet on her way back to the line.
Well, it's not the storybook ending Jessie Eldridge wanted in her hometown game here in Barrie, but again, the fans got a show. And now the 3 stars will be presented by 3 Barrie Junior Sharks. And we'll hopefully see Megan Mickelson in that trio.
I mean, I think when you look at the game overall, you've got a number of players. Haley Skimura on Team Harvey's had probably the best shift of her game before going off the ice, and Megan Mickelson scoring. She led a rush, she came back, she had to stay out late while her line mates changed. And unfortunately, in that mix-up, you know, puck turns over, Sarah Potomac picks it up, and it ends up in Harvey's net. But no surprise to us, Erin Frankel, second star, she put on a clinic today. And that's exactly what we were expecting from that Team Adidas goaltender.
Some good confidence for a young goaltender who's trying to continue to crack that USA National Program roster. And it is Megan Mickelson who gets your first start of the game. She had an incredible game defensively for Adidas. She puts up some big minutes against some of those top players on Team Harvey's. So once again, Sophia Shaver, your third star of the game. Erin Frankel, your second. And your game-winning overtime scorer, Megan Mickelson, takes your first star of the game. And we'll give Jasmine a few minutes to connect.
Yeah, Sophia Shaver with the third star just showed incredible speed today, creating those chances for her line mates, and a very well-deserved third star nod to her.
Just a reminder The next game is at 6 p.m. in Kitchener. Will Liz and I be there? I think so. I think we'll make it in time. Just make sure that you're not driving on the 401 at the same time as we are. So 6 p.m. puck drop at the auditorium. We hope to see you either in person or online, CBC Sports, or on your televisions here in Ontario on Rogers TV, as we see some of the players taking some pictures. And what a game this was. We got some third period and overtime highlights for you. And here's your third star of the game, Sophia Shaver, with a good opportunity in front. They just kind of take over the game. You never see any panic from Team Harvey's.
Yeah, and that effort from Sophia Shaver, I mean, she did it a couple times that game, trying to find that off-pad shot for Jamie Lee Rattray. And as I said, creating opportunities, but at the end of the day, that Megan Mickelson goal to seal it off for Team Adidas, these two teams just traded chances back and forth, and it took us about 10 minutes to get into the game, but my goodness, once they did, what a show these athletes put on for Barrie at the Sadlon Arena.
And two-bound for Jessie Eldridge. She had a good chance to just top off a perfect weekend for her. She had an incredible game yesterday, picking up a star in that game. Just needed it to go a little higher than that.
Yeah, this wasn't the Walt Disney Mighty Ducks finish that perhaps Jessie Eldridge was hoping for, but just a testament to the skill and speed of this game, and the goaltenders doing their part to keep their team in a very close game. When expected goals were in the 3 and 4 range, so a close 2-1 finish for Team Adidas. They're the only team to knock down this dominant Harvey's team. It's going to make for an interesting couple of stops leading up to our championship weekend in California.
Can't complain about California. Head to the PWHPA website. We'll hope to see some of our American fans as well. We're headed to Tampa Bay, Washington, and California next. So the Canadian legs of our showcases are done after tonight, and then we'll be hitting the sun in Tampa Bay and California. So it's going to be Jessie Eldridge who's going to have a nice conversation with Jasmine at ice level. And once again, a thank you to the Eldridge family and everyone in the Barrie Colts organization who helped us out. We're going to take a quick break, and you are going to end things off with Jasmine and Jessie. We will see you in Kitchener. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Your visit isn't really necessary.
I'll judge for myself.